911 calls describe the disturbance heard by several Pinellas County residents as two men vandalized a neighborhood while walking home drunk and naked. Our Allison Morrow is following this story. Allison, what are these guys saying about this episode?
Well, Wendy, first police arrested two men for walking around Gulfport naked. A few hours later, they got calls about busted mailboxes and fences, which is when they realized the vandals responsible for that damage may be the same men they found earlier who weren't wearing any clothes. There are two slogans Gulfport residents say describe their town. The first, keep Gulfport weird. And weird is certainly one word for what happened last week.
Gulfport Police, this one's recorded. How may I help you?
An early morning for a newspaper delivery woman crossed paths with a late night for two drunk men.
There are two men walking around without shirts, giving people a hard time.
Detectives say 22-year-olds Gregory Reynolds and Wiley Weeks finished drinking at O'Matty's and took a walk down Beach Boulevard, but made a few stops recorded by a nearby security camera.
He was actually kicking the mailboxes.
He was kicking your mailbox?
Uh-huh.
Patty Jagish's mailbox was one of $1,000 worth of casualties that night.
There was a couple of men walking down the road, walking down Gulfport Boulevard. They just bashed in my mailbox.
Police say they also bashed in fences and knocked over these chairs, but there was another casualty that night, their clothes.
Our officers responded and found the subjects there without any clothes on.
Detectives say the two young men weren't your average vandals. They were naked vandals.
What's their explanation for what they were doing?
They don't remember.
They don't remember? Because they were drunk?
Correct.
But Patty Jagish isn't upset.
It's just what happens in Gulfport. It's just something silly that people, I guess you get used to it. It's just normal.
Because the other town slogan they'll tell you about, if you're too weird for Gulfport, you're just too weird.
There's not a lot that happens down here. This is probably the most exciting thing all summer.
Those two men are charged with disorderly conduct and felony criminal mischief. Mr. Weeks told us by phone he couldn't really comment on the case, but he says they didn't mean anybody any harm.